A brand new e-bike from Transition just turned up. Is it a new relay? Is it a new repeater? Or is it something completely different? Let's find out. Wow, okay, it's a brand new bike called the Regulator? The Regulator, okay. Sounds like something from the financial crisis. Looks like someone's already tried to unbox it, actually. Okay, so it's obviously not the relay and it's not the repeater, it's the Regulator CX, of course, which I'm sad to say doesn't come with the latest DJI Avinox motor, which is something I thought maybe it would. But you know what? It does have the latest Gen 5 Bosch CX motor, you know, which is, you know, next best thing. And if the rumors are right, the CX Gen 5 motor is getting a firmware update this summer, so we've heard, taking the torque north of 100 Newton meters, maybe. I don't think it's going to be as powerful as the DJI Avinox, but you know, it's getting close, keeping it in the right ballpark. Definitely coming. Bosch has got form with doing this. They did this with the Gen 4 motor. They updated it after a while to give it more power. So it's definitely happening. Okay, and there's no new display either. Rumor has it, this whole void here is going to be display one day soon, hopefully. Okay, I think this is the new 600 watt-hour battery, not the 800, because the 800 is much wider. This looks pretty skinny when you look down on it. With the old batteries, they used to add length to make them bigger, more capacity, whereas now they're making them fatter. So this, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the 600. Cool little charging port here. I think that's a magnet. Yeah, look at that. So what actually is this bike? Big clue here, 150mm travel, 60mm stroke, 16 to 20mm measured on the stroke of the shock, and size large, so hopefully that'll fit me. Yeah, 160, so 150 on the back, 160 on the front. Shimano XT drivetrain, definitely mech, but then there's a SRAM 1000 crank arm on there. That's probably an XT cassette, I'm guessing, on there. XT trigger, oh, that's crisp. 1-up dropper post, TRP brakes, look at those suckers. A little reach adjust, changes how far the lever sits to the bar. This, I'm really happy to see. RockShox Super Deluxe Ultimate Shock, and it's got the Zeb Ultimate fork, which is great. It's got the 3.1 charger damper in there, which is like pillow soft. Come and look at this. This is a new tire, the Schwalbe Albert Trail. It's got the radial design, and it's a mullet bike, so 27.5 on the back and 29 on the front. This is new as well. This is Transition's chain guide. When I tested the relay, they made their own bash guard, and I remember the crank arm kept eating the spider, eating the bolts in the spider, but there's way more clearance here. I think it looks amazing. It looks like the Vala, though, and that's because it has the same 4-bar suspension design as the Vala. Pivot here on the chainstays, rocker link here, and a vertical shock. This is nice, really squishy, good chainstay protection. Okay, this is really cool, pretty subtle, but it's mud protection, but it's mounted to the rear triangle of the bike, so it's covering the gap between the two halves of the bike. Usually it's mounted to the front triangle, but here they put it on the back end. And this is super cool. They've kind of brought the frame down so it almost wraps around the motor and makes it more complete and a bit neater looking. It's really smart. Compare it to the Mondraker, for example. That's just not in, they haven't shaped the frame in any way, so it's not quite as, you know, sleek looking. Good thing we didn't chuck the whole box out because it's got the charger in it with, yay, the UK plug. The weight. The Amflow is 21.6, the Vala's 21.5. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is and say it's gonna be just over 22, like 22.2 is my guess. Here's where I look really silly if I get it wrong. Oh my God, 21.5. Okay, I'm blown away by that. That's really good. I guess the smaller battery saves something like 900 grams. Yeah, that's pretty good weight. Okay, next up, I'm gonna measure the geometry and the rear wheel travel. I know that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna measure the reach now using Muldoon's patented technique, taking one measurement away from another. Okay, that is 1197. 712. So that's 485mm reach, perfect for me. BB height 348, which is quite high, obviously. Okay, head angle is 64.8. Seat angle is 75.4. I'm going to make sure the saddle's at the right height so I can measure the effective seat tube angle, which is the angle that actually counts. 750, perfect for me. 79, that's steep. Okay, measure the chainstays, 446. So pretty long, pretty long. I wouldn't be surprised if they had two separate chainstays, two separate back ends for a bike like this. This is the large. I'm guessing small and medium are going to have shorter chainstays. So all those measurements were taken with the bike in its high setting, and it has a geo-adjust flip chip, so I can change that now to the low setting, and remeasure everything and compare it.
In the low setting, it's 339 BB.
So the difference in high to low geometry is what? BB height. High setting 348, which is quite high, obviously. 339, which is decent in the low setting. Head angle changes by half a degree. So at its slackest, 64.3, and the effective seat tube angle is really steep in high, 79 degrees, and it's kind of normal, 77.4 when the bike's in the low setting. So big difference. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to check on this bike is how much rear wheel travel it has. It says 150, but I'm just going to check the actual vertical travel. So that's 684, write that down, Ed. Okay, I've measured that at 146mm travel, so 4mm shy than Transition says, but you know, that's within tolerance, and cranked it down pretty hard. Maybe there was an extra mil or so to go. So yeah, pretty close. So there it is, the new Transition Regulator. Terrible name, potentially a really good bike though. It doesn't have the DJI Avinox motor, which is a bit sad, but you know, it's got the next best thing, which is the Bosch CX Gen 5 motor. It's a trail bike, clearly, with that amount of travel, which is really nice because it kind of slots really neatly into Transition's range, just below the repeater. How does it ride? I don't know yet, but check out the site for my first ride impressions and let me know in the comments what you reckon about it.